This is a collective reading for Scorpio, June 2021. Keep in mind this is a collective reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm getting kind of more maturity. Okay, to start off with, more maturity and growth, definitely. Like you've been kind of a student in a way, and now you are truly like becoming more of a um, more kind of mature, wise individual, able to maybe use the skills that you have gained and to give, like, use those skills to serve others. Um, and then with this, I'm thinking you do need to watch it and watch your time, balance yourself more because it's been really like unbalanced, maybe not giving to yourself enough. Like, I think maybe you've held in a lot, bottled a lot up, and haven't spent enough time like replenishing, refreshing yourself. Um, really coming to terms with how this is affecting you. And then we have the Justice card. So it's all going to work out in your favor. Um, anything like against you is going to turn back in your favor. Interesting. I guess. Look at the pentacles. Okay. So yet again, we have like, I see this kind of as you and becoming more of this. So we have the young student becoming more of a stable master and moving forward. So I'm gonna pull some I'm gonna pull some cards here from the personal values card sort deck to see what else you can expect this month. We have compassion, loved, mindfulness. So, wow. So compassion and loved, right? They kind of go hand in hand. Compassion, love, mindfulness. Being in the present moment, being very conscious, being very aware. Things that you are going to have to pay attention to, that might be kind of challenging, we'll have to cultivate is courtesy, consideration for other people. We have, interestingly, ecology, to live in harmony with the environment. So I'm thinking maybe just the grander view of things, the whole world, to keep in mind of not just keeping things in a limited view and perspective, but looking at it from the entire environmental view, maybe the entire earth. And we have God's will, to seek and obey the will of God. Wow. Wow, right? So that's some deep stuff. So what do you believe is God's will? That's a good question, because everybody would answer that differently, I think. So to ask that for yourself, how can you serve towards God's will? And I'm going to pull a few cards from the Akashic Tarot deck. Why do I keep getting some of the same cards? Not this one, but this one kept popping up. This one and some ones about children is interesting. Huh. Right, so this is what's challenging for you this month, the challenge. So we have Ansem, and we do have these people with books, and then we have like an ancestors, and we have an angel. So one way to look at this is obtaining the wisdom from the wise ones, from the ancestors that came before you, to follow the wisdom, the guidance of higher sources, and to learn. Like, you don't know it all. You don't know it all. You have to be willing to admit that you don't know it all, and to be willing to open yourself up to new knowledge. And so guidance here is this caught in the ruins. Very interestingly, it shows a picture of these two individuals who are caught, like they're trapped, enslaved. Okay, but caught in the ruins, ancient history, right? So they're maybe not enslaved, and I don't think you're enslaved. So the way that I read this is that we have like the ancient ancestors, and then ruins, I think very old history, like to be willing to place yourself beyond this time and space. I know this is interesting how I'm reading this, but placing yourself beyond this time and space, to be open to the wisdom that came before, or the wisdom that is not here and now. Meaning to turn to a higher source or turn to those people that came before us that know more than you do, and to step into the ruins, to place yourself beyond this world for some answers. And then we have initiation of the Count Saint Germain. Wow. So we have a very wise, very higher being, right? Germain. And kind of a saint, right? And then we have the people here willing to listen. And so okay, so what I take from this, I see you sort of like a Saint Germain and becoming a beacon of light. He's very like a light beam and getting noticed. So I see you becoming like learning and then turning to those sources, going beyond maybe what is mainstream, meaning mainstream like knowledge, okay, and going maybe beyond that to either other dimensions or other times within history, and then using that to become kind of a beacon to guide other people, to get noticed, for you could drawing other people too. I know this is very interesting reading, actually. Okay. And we have the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose deck. What is your main lesson this month? What? Claim your art. Okay. This card just keeps popping up for people. It's just, is everybody claiming their art this month? No, not everybody. But okay, so claim your art. What do you have to give? What is your mission? What are you good at? What is your passion? Make use of it. Maybe getting creative too. I feel like you have the most interesting reading. It's just like, I don't know. It's just different. It's different. Okay. So, last cards here. Let's see what else you need to know. Scorpio. Okay, so moving forward, moving away from something, going your own way is kind of goals, manifesting goals, but there's going to be some loss. Something needs to fall away. Yeah. So with this, there's going to need to be some faith, stepping away from things that don't serve you, following your own path, taking a leap of faith, being willing and open, emotionally vulnerable. And earlier we had the ecology, and here we are with this. Look at him. He's looking at the earth. I think you're going to this whole introspection, reflection, really looking at this from the macro level, the entire world, and asking yourself, like, what do I have to give? We have to claim your art, right? What do you have to give? And making yourself useful somehow. And it may not be mainstream. Maybe going back to that ancient wisdom, stepping outside time and space, asking your higher guides, your higher wisdom, your higher self, asking angels. I'm sorry, I love it when I draw the same cards. Okay, so yeah, being very open. There is going to be some sort of loss. It's not going to be easy, but it's very high achieving and emotionally fulfilling. Yeah. All right. Well, that is your reading for the month, and I hope it made sense to you. I do feel like it was an interesting, different kind of reading. But I hope you took away something from it. And I will be doing these every month, so I will be doing it again. So hopefully I will see you next month.